You're listening to the Empty Nest Empires podcast, episode number 26. I recorded this while on a walk, from my heart to yours. You want to hear something crazy? I am shocked, more shocked than you are, I guarantee it, that it's been a whole year since I published a podcast here. Like, what was I thinking? It was December of last year, December 2024, and I came back saying, I'm back, everybody. Well, I wasn't back. I was in the middle of cancer treatment. I literally was driving, a half an hour each way to go have radiation therapy. I did not complete that until several weeks later. And what was I thinking? I mean, life. So my whole point in coming back now is life has happened, and I know it's happened to you too. So I'm just going to give you a brief update, let you know where we are now, the metamorphosis that I've gone through, which, cancer will do that to you, along with a lot of other things that were going on at the time that makes me think now, why did I ever think that I could bring this podcast back during that time of my life? If you are in a place of being uprooted, jostled about, stick with me. I think you're going to want to hear this. Okay, your nest is empty, or it will be within a few years. So now what? Whether you know it or not, we are building empires. Empires of faith, family, fun, fitness, and of course, finance. And those empires are the legacy we leave for our loved ones. I'm Tami Romani, an empty nester mom, grandma, and entrepreneur with a vision for ever greater things in the years ahead. It's never too late, and there is no limit to what we can do. I'm so happy you're here. Now let's get to building. I am a voice actor. I'm a brand voice strategist. I am all of those things. But more than that, I'm an empty nest mom. I'm a grandma. And I have a heart for helping women like me really live into their best purpose in life in the years that we have left. I mean, let's face it. We're in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and we're like, we're seeing it, aren't we? We're starting to feel a little bit weepy about, wow, I don't have as much time left with my family as I thought. I'm on a walk right now, just talking through my headphones, and I just want to process a few things with you before we really get started in, yes, really coming back for real this time. I promise. Last year, so let's talk about last year. A year ago, December 2024, I was in the middle of cancer treatment. I had just had 2 surgeries to get the margins clear, lumpectomies, and thankfully, my cancer was stage 0, which I had never even heard of before that happened. And we can talk more about that in subsequent episodes of this podcast. But stage 0, who's ever heard of that? But, stage 0 still comes with treatment. You want to make sure you eradicate it. You want to make sure that it's not going to come back. Well, at least the best that you can. And so that's what I was in the middle of doing. I was driving about 15 miles away. It takes about a half hour on my freeways in Southern California to have radiation treatment every day. Then Christmas was coming up and all of that. Then, and this is a whole other story, we, at our age, had planned to sell our house and downsize. Now, we live in a beautiful home that my husband, the general contractor, he was a custom home builder in this area. He built this home for us, 36, 37 years ago, and we've been there ever since. So it's, of course, full of stuff, but it's 4 bedrooms, it's 2 stories, actually 3 stories if you count the basement. And he's had knee replacement, hip replacement, in his early 70s. And we're starting to think, let's simplify, right? Let's downsize. So we have planned for January. We're gathering things together. We're like telling the family this is our last Christmas in this house. And it was kind of emotional because it's the only house my kids ever remember. And now their grandkids, my grandkids, their children, only house they remember. And so we started interviewing realtors. We chose a realtor. We did not sign a contract yet, but we had decided that February 1st we would list our house for sale. Well, after Christmas, after the New Year, maybe you've seen the news, the horrible fires in Southern California happened on January 7th of 2025. And it was terrible. And I don't know anyone who doesn't know someone who lost a home. I personally know about 8 families who lost their homes. Everything gone. So our plan, which was, let's, downsize, sell our home. We're going to live in a condo for like a year and find a house to gut and fix up the way we want it for our last years of our life, right? We like this area. We're not moving away, but we wanted to do that for ourselves. And my husband, being a contractor, a retired contractor, he could do that. So that was our plan. The fires happened. So within a week or two of those fires, it became very evident that we were not going to be able to rent a condo or anything in this area within 25 miles, 30 miles of here, even maybe 50 miles, because 8,000 houses burned down 10 miles away from us. These people are all displaced now. They are traumatized. And it's just an awful time for our whole community. The collective grief and the collective trauma, even if we didn't lose anything, because we're feeling it for our friends, we're all just feeling it, right? It's all just there. So we start thinking, well, okay, maybe we're going to have to change our timeline a bit. Well, my retired contractor husband gets a phone call towards the end of January. Hey, you built a house for my parents 25 years ago. We just lost our home. Would you consider rebuilding our home for us? And he's like, wow, I've been retired a couple of years. Let me give that some thought. They really said, we really believe in you. We know that you're honest. We know our parents have such a good relationship with you. We would like to hire you to build our home. Okay, so he's got, wow, that was an interesting phone call. Then another phone call came in. The next phone call was from somebody that we don't know, but she used to babysit the boys who lived across the street from us. And so she had called them and asked, do you know anybody? And they said, well, call this guy. We used to be neighbors across the street. Don't know if he's still building houses, but maybe he'll help you. He'll at least have some advice for you. So he gives out my husband's phone number, and they call. And we don't know these people yet, but this woman cried for an hour. I mean, there was so much trauma built up in her about, I've lost this home I've owned for decades. What am I going to do now? I don't know what to do. You're the only person that I know because these people I trust gave me your number. So then he hangs up from that and he's like, wow, am I supposed to do this? Well, you know what? It turns out he is supposed to do that. And at 72 years old, he came out of retirement. We did all the paperwork, got the liability insurance. We paid the money to the state to take his license off of inactive, make it active again. And then he called all of his subcontractors because he had accumulated this team that worked so well together. And honestly, he knew that they might have retired also. So he called them all. They all said, yes, let's do it. And here we are. Now we are just about to start. The plan check is almost through. We're just about to start the building process for these two families. And it seems like the right thing to do. So that was another hitch in our plans. Now, mind you, we had already had the big, we're moving yard sale in January. I am discovering now as I'm decorating for Christmas that I have a lot less decorations than I thought because we had given it away or sold it at our yard sale. That's fine. That's totally okay. He had also given away a lot of tools, a lot of building supplies that were cluttering our garage. That's okay too. We are staying in our house for now, and I'm so grateful to still be here this Christmas, to have the family over once again for the Christmas holiday. And it wasn't our last year in our home last year, our last Christmas. So it's crazy to me how these things work out. There was a lot of other things that happened during the year of 2025 that I won't go into right now, but just all that to say, plans. What do they say? God laughs when we make plans, because, sure enough, things get upended, things get changed around, things get flipped. But in the course of all of that, I personally have also had a bit of a revelation, metamorphosis. I went to a conference nearby in May that someone had gifted me like 75% off. It's a beautiful conference at a lovely hotel. I never could have afforded to go if someone hadn't gifted me this 3-day ticket for like a fraction of the cost. And it was actually DMing the hostess of this conference, who I had never met before, a matter of days before that, saying, I really feel like you should be here. Here, use this code. When I checked out the code, I was like, are you kidding me right now? So I went. I did not stay at the hotel. I drove down. But in the course of going to that event, I met people. And I went there expecting to meet people. I was expectant on purpose. I went expecting to meet people. And the hostess who had invited me invited everyone in the room to make an appointment with someone on her team for a one-on-one consultation. And the one-on-one consultation was about, where are you now? What's your business like? What do you do? Maybe I can help you be strategic about some things. And then she introduced her business consultant and offered her up as one of the people. Now, in my brain, I'm instantly thinking, oh, that's the one I want to meet with. I want to meet with her, because she's advising this woman who has a multi-million-dollar business. I want her brain to talk to me. So I signed up for my time with her. I think it was a half-hour time. And day 3, the conference is dismissed. Everyone's going home. People have left. I am the last person to speak with this woman. And she really poured into me some beautiful wisdom about what I had been doing, what I could be doing now. And then she looked at me and she said, I have this group. It's kind of a passion project. And, it's not an expensive mastermind, but it's just this group of women that I have just come to love. And she said, we had someone recently leave. And I feel like there's a Tami-sized space for you in this place. And she invited me to join their Zoom in a couple of weeks to see if I'm a fit for them. So, hey, I was there to meet people. I am not going to say no to an invitation like that, because that was sent from God above. And I said, oh, absolutely. That's amazing. And now I've been in this mastermind. It was a fit, it turns out. I've been in this mastermind, and yesterday we had a Zoom meetup. We've actually met in person again. And I actually cried because I am so grateful for how this group of women is pouring into me at this stage in my business, where they are all saying, we've been where you are right now, so let us help you. And that's what I intend to do for you. I have been where you are right now. In many ways in life, I have been where you are right now. And that's what this podcast is going to become. That is what my community that bounces off this podcast is going to become. If you want to check out right now, you can. It's called EmptyNestEmpireBuilders.com. Take a look at it and join us if it resonates with you. We are going to build something great together. And we are going to move into these years, this last act of our lives, with authority, with confidence, and with impact. That we can not only impact future generations in our families, but we can impact ourselves, maybe even our own monetary status at this time. So if you're with me, thank you for listening. I just really feel so confident and so blessed that this is going to be something amazing. And I cannot wait to get started. So yes, I'm back for real this time. I have actual plans and episodes planned out. I have guests planned out. I have a periodic co-host who you are going to love because she's hilarious. And we will eventually be on YouTube and go with video. But for now, you've got us in your earbuds. So I just want to thank you. This is Tami Romani. I hope that there hasn't been too much residual noise on my walk. There have been cars driving by. But if you would like to reach out to me, I'm on Instagram at Tami Romani, TamiRomani. Send me a DM and let me know that you heard this. And let's move forward from here. Let's have a vision for our life in the months, in the years ahead. And let's make something great. Okay? Thanks for being here. Welcome back. I'm in my studio now, away from the noise of the road and all of that. And I just want to welcome you again. I think we are going to have so much fun together, and we've really got a great future of figuring out life as it looks for us, in the empty nest years, in the grandparenting years, let's finish this next act of our life and make it our best and our most impactful. And I'm really excited about that. Again, if you're interested, you can check out our community that is just beginning. It's called EmptyNestEmpireBuilders.com. Check it out. I'll put the link in the show notes, and let's see where this takes us. I'm really excited, and I'm very happy that you are here. Please follow the show, subscribe to the show, share with your girlfriends. I just really want us to have a lot of fun here. And I think that will happen as long as you show up. I'm going to show up for you. Let's show up for each other. Okay? Thanks so much for being here. I will talk to you next time.